Hello, this is Alexey. I continue to publish video tutorials and reviews. If this video will be useful to you, please subscribe to my channel and click on the like button under this video. In this way, you'll help other users to find necessary information and my channel will rank better. All links from the video can be found in the description below. In previous 3 video tutorials, we create website on Joomla 4 from scratch. We use only free extensions. The result was a business website which was uploaded to the hosting. If you're interested in creating an online store on Joomla, I recommend watching my video tutorials about VirtueMart. In previous video tutorials on creating a company website and online store, we used templates based on Helix Ultimate framework. In the previous video tutorial, we look at the menu section of this plugin. In this video tutorial, we will look at the fonts, blog, custom code, advanced section, and the options available in the settings of each article in the blog media tab. This is our demo site. Let's go here to blog. Let's go to system, site template styles. Let's open our default style. And let's go to typography. Here we can see several sections: body, heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, navigation, and custom. Let's see our blog here. You need to select the font you want to replace. You need to select the font you want to change, for example, fonts for body. There are a lot of Google fonts, or we have system fonts. For example, let's change body font to Times New Roman. Save it. Update the page. And we can see the changes here. Also, we can change font size, font weight, color, line height, spacing, alignments, and decoration. For example, like this, we can change decoration, update the page, and we can see some changes here. Also, we can change alignment, color, something like this, and weight. We can see all changes here. So, in this way, you can change any font in this section. Or you can change fonts for heading 1, 2, 3, and so on. The next tab is blog. Here we can see image size for thumbnail, small, medium, and large. Here for list we can select which of this image size will be implemented for blog listed image or leading article image. We are talking about these images and this. Let's see how these options work for new articles. For old articles, you need to remove this image and upload new one after you enter some settings here. I won't do that, I will show you the difference with new article, but first let's change large. For example, high will be like this. For list, as you can see, for blog list image we use large, for leading article image we use large, and for details for this page. We also use large thumbnail image size. I change it, I pick up a large here. Let's save it. Let's create a new article. For example, something like test. It will be like this. And let's add image, not here, but here. Upload image. Let's select this image. Let's save it. I forgot to add to the blog category. Updating the page. And we can see some changes. As you can see, no changes for old articles, but changes for new article. Let's unpublish it and let's move over. As you can see, for list, you can change block list images thumbnails. Here they are. You can change dimensions, as I mentioned before. Also here, let's update the page. For this page, we can, for example, hide tags, enable read time, disable module position, for example, position right. Also, we can change a list type. Let's save our changes, updating the page. And we can see no position right. We can see a read time. We can see the list, the layout of the list was changed, so now you knew how it works. Let's disable all of this and let's select default list time as it was before. As for details, here we can see share buttons. We can disable them or add or disable some of them. Also, we can disable module position, for example, position right, this position. We can enable outer info, open graph tags, this is for social sharing. We can enable a read time progress bar. Top position bottom. Here we can see related articles. Here they are. We can change the title. Or we can enable even full wide layout, but now just save. Update the page. Here we can see our progress bar at the bottom. Here we can see our changes. Here you can see article outer info. We won't see any social share buttons here. Also, we won't see any module position here. But let's enable full wide and update the page. Now it's full wide. As for me, it's not very convenient to read, so I won't do that. That's much more better. And here we can enable commands, but you need to integrate with Discuss or Instant Debug or Facebook comments. without this API key or something like this, there won't be any integration. The next tab is Custom Code. This tab, I suggest you to use these fields only if you knew what you are doing, because you can add some code here and it will be added to all pages with this style enable. So be careful. Here also you can add some custom CSS or JavaScript code. This is only for advanced user. For example, you can add Google Analytics tag here and so on. Here in Advanced tab, you can enable compressed CSS and JavaScript files, add execution CSS and JavaScript file. These options can help you speed up your website, but in some cases, they can break something on your website. So if you don't know what you are doing, just don't enable them. With this as CSS option, we already work when we work with presets, but for working sites, not for testing purpose, I strongly recommend you to disable this option. After you set up everything here, disable it, because this option may significantly slow down your website. Here in font settings, we can enable fonts awesome. For example, let's save the page, update it, and as you can see now, you won't see any beautiful icons here, 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 and so on. So just enable it. And we can see our beautiful icons again. Here in images, you can enable a lazy loading if you don't know what it is. Just read it. In most cases, it won't break anything on your website and it can speed up loading of your website in users' browsers. Here in import and export settings, you can export and import settings of all of these styles, and in analytics section, you can add Google Analytics for tracking ID and gathering statistic to your Google Analytics account. I hope this and other Joomla video tutorials have helped you working with this CMS. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments. If this video was helpful to you, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, this is Alexey, see you soon in new tutorials.